Last day we talked about, we went through the recitation of it. So, we discussed to also give a little more prominence to the recitation. So we
Very,
just read the same lines of the previous day and discussed that we can start in the fresh ones now.
that's excellent. Yes. Of course, this is Narad speaking,
Yes.
and he's speaking about Savitri.
Yeah.
Okay.
A greatness in thy daughter's soul resides that can transform herself and all around, but must cross on stones of suffering to its goal.
reside, reside,
Reside,
Reside.
reside.
Yeah, it's almost a Z, isn't it? Reside.
Okay, reside. Okay,
Yeah. I just wanted to be clear on that.
okay.
Good.
A greatness in thy daughter's soul resides that can transform herself and all around.
Yeah, but why did you accent that?
Okay.
It, the greatness in in your daughter's soul resides that can transform herself and
Hmm.
all around. Huh?
Okay.
Good. Okay.
A greatness in thy daughter's soul resides that can
Oh,
transform.
resides.
Resides.
It's a Z. The S is actually pronounced as a Z.
Res,
Resides.
resides.
Good. Okay. Again.
A
No.
greatness, a greatness in thy daughter's soul resides that can transform herself and all around, but must cross on stones of suffering to its goal.
Cross. Cross.
Cross, cross,
Yeah, there's no Z in that. Must cross.
cross, cross. Okay.
So this is a sad thing that
Hmm.
it has to be,
Hmm.
but this is part of the divine play, the divine plan,
Hmm.
that this greatness can transform everyone around her.
Hmm.
And we have seen that in Mother. I mean, it could. Many people rejected Mother. You are aware of this?
No.
Well, one of the main reasons was she was white.
Hmm.
And another reason was she was from Paris, not India.
Okay.
And another reason was that Sri Aurobindo used to call her Mira.
Hmm.
For a long time, he called her Mira.
Hmm.
One day, he came out in front of the disciples, and for the first time, he said, Mother. Wow, that was a shock to many of them.
Hmm.
This was their Indian guru, their avatar.
Hmm.
And it's calling a white person mother.
Hmm.
So she has that possibility that she can transform all
Hmm.
around and herself.
Hmm.
But to do that, she has to she has to walk over these stones of suffering to
Hmm.
get to her goal.
Hmm.
Powerful 3 lines, huh?
Yeah.
Then he continues uh,
Although,
describing Savitri's physical look.
yeah. Oh, okay. This is a physical look. Okay. Although designed like a nectar cup of heavenly ether, made she sought this air.
No, of heavenly ether made, she sought this air.
Okay. Of heavenly ether made, she sought this air. She too must share the human need of grief, and all her cause of joy transmute to pain.
Oh, so she's made of this heavenly ether.
Mm-hmm.
And we know that ether is the sixth sense,
Yeah.
right? We have
Yeah.
sight, hearing, taste, feeling, etc. So she is made of heavenly ether, but because she has taken human birth, she will have
Mm-hmm.
to share in human grief.
Yeah.
And always the divine has to do this, Prema. Christ had to do it, Krishna had to do it, all of them had to do it in order to lift the human soul a little bit higher and
Mm.
move the evolution forward.
Mm.
So, all of her cause of joy, all the joy that she brought with her, she has to transmute, which means to change, to transform, to convert
Mm.
joy to pain.
Yeah.
And I know how much pain, well, what can I say? I just heard mother screaming in pain when the body was undergoing the transformation.
Mm.
We didn't want to disturb her in those days because we knew that after 1968, when she retired completely,
Mm.
that was 68,
Mm.
69, 70, 71, 72, and she left in 73.
Okay.
So it's almost 6 years that she was working on the transformation of the cells of the body.
Mm.
And that's when Sat Prem wrote The Mind of the Cells, that
Mm.
book.
Okay.
So now Narad will go on and he'll speak about man here.
Mind of the cells.
Yes, for me, one of the greatest books ever because it it clearly explains much of what mother was going through
Mm.
to convince the cells to become eternal.
Okay.
And she spoke to Dr. Bisht
Mm.
and she said, Dr. Bisht, I wanted this body to live to 100
Mm.
because then the transformation would be done.
Mm.
Can it make it?
Mm.
And he said, no, mother. He said, the organs and this physical body are too far gone. They won't make it. So
Mm.
his doctor even told her that.
Mm.
She knew that, of course, but she just got this confirmation from the doctor.
Okay.
So now we begin with the mind of mortal man. Look at the alliteration there.
Yeah.
The mind, mortal man.
Yeah.
Mm, so beautiful. It's led by words. Why is it led by words? Because we think. We are thinking people.
Mm.
That's what the mind is. The mind is a thinking organ. And man's sight, his sight, which should be seeing things, retires behind the walls of thought. So thought is what leads him, not sight anymore.
Mm.
See? And I don't know that we have done thought. Have we? I don't think so.
I have to check.
Yeah, please check because there's a lot on thought, a lot.
Yes, we have done thought.
Okay, very good.
Yeah, but we have not done thought, mind, or none of the additionals. The entire thought, yes.
Okay, very good.
Yeah.
So read on the mind of mortal man.
The mind of mortal man is led by words. His sight retires behind the walls of thought and looks out only through half-opened doors.
Well, that's truly the mind, isn't it?
Yeah,
That we only see a little bit.
yeah.
And I think Sri Aurobindo is very generous here,
Mm, mm.
saying half open doors.
Yeah.
Most people, they're 1/3 or 1/4 or 1/10 opened, but it's okay. So we have to understand that Savitri has come into this world
Mm,
and she has to walk over these stones of suffering to get to her goal.
yeah.
Her goal is what? What is Savitri's goal?
To attain the supramental?
Well, in the story, it's to conquer death by
Death.
love.
Yeah.
To conquer death by love.
Mm,
To bring Satyavan, who is the soul of man,
mm.
back to earth.
Back. Yeah.
And we remember in the beginning Sri Aurobindo's letter to that disciple,
Yeah.
where he explains who Satyavan is.
Yeah.
The human soul descended into earth and now is in the grip of ignorance because he's forgotten where he has come from.
Mm,
So she has to do this, and even though she's designed, formed like a nectar cup of heaven,
mm,
and she's made of heavenly ether, she sought this air. She sought this mortal air
mm,
because she's the avatar.
mm,
And therefore, she has to share the human need of grief.
mm,
And all her joy, all her cause of joy, all that she has brought with her, she has to transmute to pain.
mm,
Narad was a pretty, well, he was a very intelligent man. He was a doctor, but he would hound Sri Aurobindo, and he would say, why do you have to suffer? You're an avatar. Yes, we have to suffer. And Sri Aurobindo says, oh, really? Do you think that? You think that I don't have to suffer in a body 10 times more than you? Because Sri Aurobindo brought this down, as did Mother, to transform the earth, and therefore they have to go through all the darkness as well as bringing the light.
mm,
And they have to bring the light into this darkness.
mm.
Can you imagine what a pain that is?
Yeah.
What a difficulty. I mean, look at now we see the possibility of a war
Mm,
in Iran and Israel.
yeah.
Have China flexing its muscles and wanting to take over the South China, that whole Southern Sea area, wanting to take over Taiwan.
Mm,
Yeah, and the avatar has to oversee all of these things and bring that force, in this case of the supramental, to counter all of these darknesses that are in this mind of mortal man who is led by words, and his sight is gone and he retires behind the walls of thought,
mm-hmm.
only looks out through half open doors. And now you can continue.
He cuts the boundless truth into sky strips, and every strip he takes for all the heavens.
And this has been the problem of the human progress for so long, that we take a half truth and a quarter truth, and we make we can make a religion of it.
Mm,
We can make a philosophy of it, and
mm-hmm.
it's been done.
Yeah.
Aurobindo said that Freud was totally wrong. I mean, he said you cannot look into the darkness of this subconscious because it goes on forever.
Mm.
And Freud just touched a little bit of it. Have we done truth?
I think so, yes.
Okay.
Because that's a common, I mean, that's a more, especially in this chapter.
I think we've done it
Yeah.
because there, where
Yes,
mother
we have done it.
with or without a body, the struggle continues and will end by victory. I remember mother's words there.
Yeah. And we have also done truth consciousness.
Good. So now he's cutting this boundless truth. Sri
Hmm.
Aurobindo is very, very clear when he says boundless.
Hmm.
It's a truth that has no limitations. And mother says it's changing all the time
Hmm.
into sky strips, and every strip he takes for all the heavens.
Meaning?
Well, it's what I said. You see, this someone catches a little strip of the truth,
Hmm.
and they take it for all the heavens.
Hmm.
Uh,
Okay, that way. Understood.
yeah, in that way, and
Yeah.
that's how they make a philosophy out of something.
Hmm.
Just take that little strip of truth that they caught, and they expand it into their own great philosophy.
Yeah.
I mean, and even the Buddhists
Hmm.
and the Shankarites have done the same thing.
Hmm.
They've said, oh, everything here on the earth is illusion and false. We'll just go into nirvana and
Hmm.
forget the earth.
Yeah.
Sri Aurobindo says, no, you cannot forget the earth. It's the
Yeah.
home. It's the home of the divine.
Hmm.
And make this earth the life divine
Hmm.
in Savitri.
Yeah.
So we can go a little longer and then you
Yes.
read again, huh?
Yeah. He
Because we're
stares.
plastic and we have vast and we have chance. So we have to
Okay.
do.
He stares at infinite possibility and gives to the plastic vast the name of chance. He sees the long results of an all-wise force, planning a sequence of steps in endless time, but in its links imagines a senseless chain, or the dead hand of cold necessity. He answers not to the mystic heart's, to the mystic mother's heart, misses the ardent heavings of her breast, and feels cold, rigid limbs of lifeless law.
Many, many definitions to go through.
Yes,
Won't have time for that today.
we'll see as much as we can cover.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, and then maybe we can cover the rest in the next class and also like go through the recitation of it in the next one.
I think it's very important, yes.
Yeah. So I
So
start with vast.
um, we've done truth.
Yes, we have done truth.
Okay. So we have the plastic vast.
Hmm.
And mother says about the plastic, she says, that which can easily change its form
Hmm.
is plastic.
Okay.
Because we have a different sense of plastic here,
Plastic.
living with it all the time.
Yeah.
But figuratively, it
Yeah.
is a suppleness, a
Yes.
capacity of adaptation to circumstances and
Hmm.
necessities.
Yeah.
And vast, of course, Sri Aurobindo doesn't really give us too much. We should understand what vast means. It
Hmm.
means this greatness in disease, this in size and
Yeah.
number, quantity,
Yeah.
immense or boundless expanse of space.
Mm-hmm.
And then chance, Sri Aurobindo, you could read those two things from Sri Aurobindo because they're very, very important.
Yeah. Chance, we have actually already done it, but I will still read because I didn't remember.
Good.
Chance is not in this universe. The idea of illusion is itself an illusion. There was never illusion yet in the human mind that was not the concealing and disfigurement of a truth. What we call chance is a play of the possibilities of the infinite.
Yeah, you read that very well, very well. Your reading is improving every week,
Thank
every week.
you.
So we have a few minutes. We can go from the very beginning again,
Yeah,
and you can read the whole thing.
yeah. A
Narad is
greatness.
speaking. Narad is speaking now. So we want to be his voice, if we can.
Yes, yes. So
High
last time you said hi, and
and
the
vast,
last,
imperishable voice.
yeah.
Okay.
A greatness in thy daughter's soul resides that can transform herself and all around, but must cross on stones of suffering to its goal. Although designed like a nectar cup of heavenly ether made, of heavenly ether made, she sought this air. She too must share the human need of grief, and all her cause of joy transmute to pain. The mind of mortal man is led by words. His sight retires behind the walls of thought and looks out only through half-opened doors. He cuts the boundless truth into sky strips, and every strip he takes for all the heavens.
But that has to be a little bit more intense. And every strip he
Mm,
takes for all, you have to make me feel that.
okay.
Every strip,
He cuts the boundless truth into sky strips, and every strip he takes for all the heavens. He stares at infinite possibility and gives to the gives to the plastic vast the name of chance. He sees the long results of an all-wise force, planning a sequence of steps in endless time, but in its links imagines a senseless chain or the dead hand of cold necessity. He answers not to the mystic mother's heart, Mrs. Mrs.
misses
Mrs.
to
the
miss.
art, Mrs. the hard, the art, Mrs. the ardent heavings of her breast, and feels cold, rigid limbs of lifeless law.
Good. Most of it was very good.
Okay.
Good. So we will continue on Thursday.
Okay. Continue on Thursday. Yeah. So you because we already recited, are we going to go? Are we going to recite and then move on, or we are moving on?
Be good to recite it again.
Okay, we recite it again and then move on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's always do that each week, and that
Yes.
brings us into the present.
Correct.
little bit more clearly.
Yes.
Wonderful.
All
Good for you.
right.